What's good, horror? This is your boy H0rr0rgamer back with another video for you. And as you can tell by the title of this video, this is another H0rr0rgamer reviews. And before we get into it, just know that your boy H0rr0rgamer's reviews has spoilers in them all day, every day. So if you haven't seen the video, the movie we're going to review, pause the video, go check it out, come back, leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know whether or not you agree or disagree, whether you like the movie, whether you hated it, whether you think I'm right or whether you think I'm full of shit. So with all that being said, everything beyond this point is on you guys. So, as you can also tell by the title of this video, we're going to be reviewing Unlisted Owner. So, what can I say about the movie Unlisted Owner? Well played, my friends. This movie is a found footage take on the slasher genre. And it's about this family at the beginning moves into this house. And there is something in the basement. So the boy unlocks the basement door. And later that night they're killed. And this is all in like found footage. So this is supposed to be the police got a hold of this footage and put it together. And there's parts of the movie that are like, it's weird because it's like they say it's damaged footage and you can see the rawness of it. I love the way the filming went in this movie where it was like a raw take, and each time it would come in with a clip from the sheriff's station. It'll tell you whose camera it was, and it was well done. Like, I love the rawness of it. I love how it really looked like found footage, like somebody found this at a crime scene. And it all surrounds around this house. And it's all about these group of kids who they're going camping. And they're going camping near this house, and they hear about the murder that happened in the beginning. So they go check the house and during the day, and they're bringing out the bodies. And then, you know, they have your typical two guys that are kind of like douchers. All they want to do is drink and drive and just not want to grow up. And then you got the one guy who's like the main guy who's holding the camera and stuff. He has a girlfriend, and he's just trying to go out camping and have a good time. While they're out camping, having this good time, and the two drunk douchers are sitting here waiting for these girls to come or whatever. And they're like, oh, while we wait, let's go do this, this, and this. And they're drinking, and it's nighttime. So they go, and they're like doing these stupid drinking games as they're driving. And it's just, they're being really immature. And the whole time, they're like being really like loud and obnoxious and just standoffish. Like the whole movie, these guys, I don't know how they're friends, because they're just constantly standoffish and at each other's throats, like basically wanting to fight each other all the time. So they end up finding themselves at this house towards the end of the movie, and they go inside. The one guy has a bright idea. Let's make a prank call so the cop who's sitting out front of the house will go and we can sneak inside. So they do the prank call, and the cop leaves. They go sneak inside, and that's when the craziness really starts to happen. They're in the house. They go and they unlock the basement door, and I guess the murderer is in the basement. And when you unlock the door, you let him out. And so there's a ghost story behind this house that this guy caught his wife cheating. He was a union worker, and he caught his wife cheating. So he put them in the basement and set the house on fire and burned everybody up in the basement. Well, he was supposedly have died too. So they kind of do a little bit of a ghost story with it at first. But as the movie progresses, you see people being murdered, and the cop ends up getting fucked up. And then they get locked in this house with this killer. But you don't see him, but he's simultaneously, one by one, just taking everybody out. And it's so fucking well done. Certain things in the movie, I will say, like, kind of rub me the wrong way. Like, I don't know how you're friends with somebody who's that standoffish. You know what I'm saying? Like, these guys are real douches, and when they got there, it's like, you were ready to see these two guys die. I mean, they were assholes. But they were like practical jokers. Like they thought it was funny. Like they thought they were being so cool. Like they were like God's gift to women, and they're their greatest because they're like big jockey douchebag. You know what I mean? And they're just always yelling and just. So you were kind of glad when you saw them get taken out. But all in all, Horror Horde, this movie, Unlisted Owner, was damn good. I was actually shocked. It was way better than, like I said, some of the bullshit that's been coming out. And I think this movie was made back in, I want to say 2013. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on the date. But I had just been introduced to it recently. I never knew it existed. But all in all, fantastic movie. It was a fun movie. I love the take on the found footage slasher. That was fun. We have a lot of found footage supernatural. We have a lot of found footage, like ghost stories and stuff like that. But we don't have many found footage slashers. And that's why it was so awesome to see a found footage slasher finally, that at least first time I ever saw it. So with all that being said, Horror Horde, here comes my favorite part of the review. What would I give Unlisted Owner? I'm going to have to give it an 8 out of 10, y'all. Straight up, 8 out of 10. Like I said, there was a few things that kept it from being a perfect 10 out of 10. Some of the acting here and there, was kind of a little over the top. But for me, it was over the top, but it didn't take away from the movie that much. And there was one loose end that I wish they would have tied up. There was a guy who was one of their friends who was telling them the story about this house. And then they had him in the sheriff's station. And then he wasn't there. Like he just completely disappeared off the face of the earth. I would have loved to have seen the plot hole there filled. Like maybe him getting taken out. But other than that, it was a great movie. Fun. I won't tell you the ending. All I will say is the ending was kind of cool. It had a little something at the end that made you, you know what I mean? Boom, you know what I'm saying? But all in all, Unlisted Owner, I definitely recommend you check it out. Go find it on Amazon. I think it's on Amazon Prime. Watch it. Enjoy it for what it is. Don't go in there thinking you're going to be watching Shakespeare, because you're not going to be. You're going to be watching a found footage slasher. So with all that being said, Horror Horde, I love you guys. Thank you. And don't forget, go check out the official Horror Gamer Patreon and see the tiers I have and see what cool perks you get with the tiers. And just remember, every penny that goes into Patreon comes back to make awesome content for you. It comes right back to the channel. And also, if you haven't done it yet, don't forget to hit that subscribe button along with that ding-a-ling-ding-ding button. That way, every time your boy Horror Gamer throws up one of these reviews or an unboxing or an Is It Worth the Hate or anything like that, you're always in the know. Alright, Horror Horde, with all that being said, I love you guys. Thank you. And until next time, as always, this is your boy Horror Gamer saying, don't fear the darkness. Embrace it.